your ads so you can get the best results. But you need to dive in. You really need to take a little bit of time to decide what you want to promote and how you're going to structure your time to decide how you're going to get there. This will make it much easier to create quality ads, and it's going to help when it comes time to refine your ads once you're really going. Now, AdWords accounts is made up into 3 levels. There's the account, the campaign, and the ad group. Your account is the highest and broadest level. This is basically your overall business. A campaign represents a product or service area within your business that you want to promote. And an ad group is a subsection of one of these product or service areas. So to illustrate this, we're going to take a look at an example. Here is the AdWords account for a fictional company. It's a gourmet food company called Acme Gourmet Food Emporium, and that's known as the account. Now, Acme sells high-quality foods for gourmet cooks. These are things like hard-to-find ingredients, condiments, handcrafted cheeses, Italian meats, things like that. The company wanted to launch an AdWords campaign to promote 2 product categories, and these are the campaigns. One is for condiments, and the other is for cheeses. Within these broad product categories, Acme has groups of products that are related to one another. In condiments, these are marinades, mustards, and salsas. And in cheeses, it's Italian, Spanish, and French. Now, these groups of products within the campaigns are perfect to use as ad groups, which helps Acme target its ads to a narrow audience looking for gourmet cheeses or condiments. After determining the structure of your AdWords account, you'll need to make sure it's reaching the right people. The first step is choosing your keywords. Now, keywords are specific words that describe your business. In general, a small group of targeted keywords will perform better than a large group of untargeted ones. So you want to stick to a theme when writing your ad, and this can help increase the likelihood of attracting your ideal customers. Using Acme as an example, an ad group with a theme of gourmet mustards should contain keywords related only to mustards rather than condiments in general. In this case, some targeted keywords might be horseradish mustard or spicy mustard. So when you're brainstorming keywords, 2 things to take into consideration are broad match and negative match terms. Broad match terms allow you to include keyword variations when determining who's going to actually see your ad. For example, if your keyword is spicy mustard and you choose to use the broad match option, your ad is going to be seen by someone who searches for spicy honey mustard. Google sets the broad match as the default option. Now, conversely, negative match terms prevent your ad from being shown to people who are searching for something you don't offer. In the case of gourmet mustard, a negative keyword might be low calorie. If you need help with choosing keywords, Google has a loads of online videos, articles, tutorials, and other tools. The keyword tool would be a good place to start. So let's go to an example with our Acme company again. Acme uses both broad and negative match keywords to increase the effectiveness of the marinade campaign, and that's built around the keyword phrase gourmet marinades. For the broad side, to expand the reach of its campaign while still targeting a relevant audience, Acme is showing its ad to people who search for variations of the keyword phrase gourmet marinades. Now, these are people who are looking for specific marinades like seafood or fish. Plus, there are people using search terms that vary slightly from Acme's keyword phrase, so it's like marinades for gourmets. To avoid displaying its ad to poor prospects, Acme also is using negative keywords. These Acme customers don't mind paying more for high-quality products, so the company is avoiding delivering ads to bargain hunters by using negative keywords like cheap and discount. Acme also is avoiding delivering its ad to wholesale buyers because it sells exclusively to retail customers, so wholesale is another negative keyword. Tip number 3. So it's now time to set your budget. The good news is that Google AdWords has no minimum spending requirements. The budget you choose is entirely up to you, so you can match spending levels to your advertising goals. Even better, you pay when someone clicks on your ad. This is a good reason to make it as targeted as possible because you want your money to be spent attracting high-quality leads. Needless to say, a lower budget will result in fewer ads and clicks. The budget you choose should be an amount you're comfortable spending on AdWords each day, and you're also free to adjust your spending at any time. At the bottom of this slide are two resources that can help you with setting up your budget. The first is a tool to estimate the traffic that your ad's going to get, and the second is a link to information about AdWords daily budget recommendations. Using it, AdWords can suggest a budget for each of your campaigns to help you plan your spending, or you can even set your own. On to the next slide. A way to expand the reach of your online advertising is to use the Google Display Network. This matches your ad to web pages that the people you want to reach, and they're ones who are likely to visit. By adding this network to your online outreach strategies, you'll connect with additional buyers outside of those using the search engines. The Google Display Network supports all kinds of ad formats, and it includes partners like the New York Times, About, InfoSpace, Food Network, Business.com. You can also use text ads, banners with graphics, and images that even have a product video. So going back to Acme Gourmet Food Emporium, here's how they might be using the Google Display Network. Acme knows that people who value gourmet food go online to find new recipes and read about food-related topics. The company also knows that there's a high correlation between gourmet enthusiasts and people interested in organic lifestyles. Acme opted into the Google Display Network to have its ad delivered on websites that serve audiences with their interests listed on the slide here. Some of these sites allow ads with images, so Acme decided to include product photos with its ad, and that can help increase conversions. Acme also has an organic marinade supplier with a product video that shows how the marinades are made. The supplier designed the video so that it could be branded by different companies, so Acme put it onto their site on sites that accept video ads. On to tip 5. Google AdWords can also be set up to deliver or exclude your ad based on where people are located and what location-based terms they're using to search. This allows businesses that serve a particular geographic area, whether it's a local neighborhood or region of the United States, to deliver ads only to people in those service areas. For instance, a local mechanic could use his AdWords account to track people within a 10-mile radius of his business because he knows that most people won't travel further than 10 miles to have work done on their cars. And as you can see from the 4 items on this slide, there's a lot of flexibility built into how you can target particular areas. You can choose a radius around your business, you can draw custom shapes, or you could even exclude certain areas. So, going back to how Acme might use geographic targeting, Acme serves 2 geographic markets: local shoppers who visit its retail location and mail order customers from across the continental United States. Acme does not ship internationally or to Canada or Mexico because of the short shelf life of some products like cheeses, as well as import-export restrictions. So AdWords allows the company to target ads based on a combination of the user's physical location and the search terms that he or she is using. Acme delivers its ads to people across the United States who search for products that it sells. By targeting more specific terms, Acme is able to narrow the number of remote searchers who see an ad to those who are using highly relevant search terms. Acme delivers its ad to local searchers for broader product types because it knows these prospects might be looking for a local gourmet shop. The company excludes searches that are originating in Canada, in Mexico, Hawaii, and other parts of the globe so that it's not wasting ads on viewers that it can't serve. Mobile targeting is another great way to get more from AdWords. To use this feature, you need to opt in via your AdWords account. Then you can choose keywords and ad text that will be delivered only to mobile users. This is important because in many cases, mobile users are searching for different types of information than when they're looking at a PC or on a laptop. For example, they may be looking for a place to buy your product, more than they're actually researching or wanting to research products. This gives you an opportunity to target your ad as much as you can. You can also create specific landing pages for mobile users so that when they click on their ad, they're going to be taken to a quick loading page that gives them what they want, like contact information and possibly a special in-store offer that's available only to mobile users. You can also link your ad to your Google local business listing so mobile users can see your location, they could get driving directions to your business, or access a phone number that they could actually click to call. So looking at how Acme could use mobile targeting, let's say that Acme was looking at its Google Analytics account and they discovered that mobile visitors were most often looking for the location of its actual retail store. The company linked its AdWords account to its local business listing so mobile searchers who are near the store, they'd see the address and the phone number. Those using a phone with a tap-to-call technology could then connect to the store with a simple touch of the screen. Acme also created landing pages for mobile users that showed the store location on a Google map and allowed visitors to get directions. The company included a special offer on the page that's exclusive to the mobile users, and that let it help track results. Now, one of the most valuable features of AdWords is how measurable it is. With ongoing tracking, you can really gain a clear picture of how your individual campaigns are doing and increase your spending on the best performers. You can also tweak those performers that are mediocre or abandon campaigns that aren't delivering any type of good results. You want to track the 4 things on this page regularly. Click-through rates will tell you how successful a campaign is at getting people's attention. It'll encourage them to click on your ad after seeing it. As a rule of thumb, an AdWords click-through rate under 1% is a sign that your ad is probably not targeted enough. The performance of individual keywords can tell you which terms are a good match for the way your target customers search. You can use this information to tweak existing ads, and it could also spark some ideas for keyword variations that could be performing well too. Average position is going to tell you if your ad is appearing in the first page of search results. The lower the number is, the better. So if you're in the top 3, you may be showing at the top of the page rather down the side, which is a coveted position, but either of those 2 spots are good. There are up to 11 ads on each search page, so if your ad's position number is 11 or higher, it's probably not going to be on the first page of results, so you'll want to tweak your content to see if you can improve its performance. Your quality score reflects Google's perception of how relevant and targeted your ad is and how good your keywords are. If your ad is carefully crafted, Google's probably going to give it a higher position on the search page. So now, let's see how a real business is maximizing the power of AdWords. Happy Hound is a dog daycare, boarding, and grooming facility in the Oakland area of California. When the company opened its doors, its owner was running the show pretty much single-handedly and didn't have many customers. She quickly realized that she had to do some marketing, and it needed to be something that she could manage, on her own. After trying a few different things, she settled on Google AdWords, and today Happy Hound is spending the majority of its marketing budget on AdWords itself. And it's got a formula that she thinks she'll be able to replicate as she moves into new markets. On the next slide, we're going to watch a video showcasing Happy Hounds. I just need to take 1 second to tab between presentations. That's not the right one. There we go.
And this is my company, Happy Hound. For the first day or 2, I walked into my warehouse at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I realized I was alone. And I would really wait for clients to come in. I figured if I built it, they would come.
So when it first started, I came down here and returned her dogs after dog walks. And she had all this space, and there were like 5 dogs in this big warehouse. I'm going, I don't know if it's going to work out.
So at the moment when I was standing in the warehouse with no dogs, I realized that I needed to find ways to market myself. So I sat on my computer and I found Google AdWords. The keyword process was relatively easy, even for a non-techie like me. I knew that I just had to do dog-related keywords, so dog boarding, dog walking, anything related to dog or the dog business was going to be the keywords that I would enter in. When I first started advertising through Google AdWords, I did a very broad advertising campaign, and I just wanted to pull in clients, and I wanted to see where they would come from. We were pulling in so many clients from areas outside of the East Bay that I had to bring down my search. So what I did through Google AdWords is I just went in and targeted the East Bay. I'm an animal lover. My passion is dogs. I never in my wildest dreams ever imagined myself owning a business with 30-plus employees, with 120-plus dogs a day, and thinking of opening more facilities. The doors are packed with dog noses waiting to get in and out of Happy Hound. AdWords helped me grow so quickly here. I know that when I expand, I know this with confidence, that AdWords will also help me fill my next facilities. Life is great. Life is awesome. Am I turning red?
Okay, let me switch back. So to have a solid goal in mind before you start doing anything, then it's really going to be about how to target the right customers, set your budget, and get going. To help you along, the online classroom has a number of tutorials that could help you learn more about the topics that we talked about today. And if you're ready to set up your account, you could go online to adwords.google.com or call the number on your screen. Okay, so there you go. Now back to you, Aaron.
Yeah, Tad, that was fantastic. Thank you so much. A lot of great information, and we're going to be sending out an email in about the next 24 hours to everyone who attended the webinar. It's going to have a lot of information for you, some links. But more importantly, to get everybody started that currently is a one-on-one customer, we've got a great offer for you today. It's an opportunity to redeem a $100 AdWords coupon. Very simple to do, really straightforward. I'm going to kind of walk you through the process here. Step one, you're simply going to log into your one-on-one account, and that can be directly into your control panel at admin.oneonone.com. You're going to scroll down to the Marketing Center and see right there we've got a link for search advertising vouchers. Go ahead and click on that. Step two is you're just going to simply request a coupon and agree to the terms and conditions, do all that good stuff. In 48 hours, we're going to send you a coupon code. It's going to have all the information that you need. And then step three, you're going to either log into your AdWords account that you currently have. You can call to set up an account, or you can go to google.com/ads/one-on-one, and you can sign up for your AdWords account right there. So very simple, very straightforward. Definitely recommend getting started, and this $100 coupon is going to be a great way to get everything set up. So the next step is just putting in the promotional code, and again, extremely straightforward. If you're setting up a new account, you would set your billing in the billing summary and enter the promotional code when submitting your credit card info. And if you already have an active AdWords account, you would just go to your billing preferences, and you can see the link to click on right there. You would just click on Apply Promotional Code, and very important, that code must be entered in all capital letters. You can review your redemption and in the transaction history and check it out under the Billing Summary tab. So that is pretty much that. We're going to take some of your questions and answers, and I've gotten a few here from our current customers. And let me see. Tad, we've got a good question here. This is from Mayak. What advice would you give to vendors who sell their expertise and not really any merchandise or product?
A lot of the same type of information. I mean, so that they're a business to business.
Yeah, if somebody was business to business and they don't really have anything to convert. They're not getting customers who are going to go to their store that's online and they're going to purchase something and convert a sale right there. But they might be similar to the dog walker or the pet store example that we had. They would be more of like a service. Do you see any differences there, or anything that they can do that might be a little bit different?
If they're offering, not selling things that they, products that they're actually selling, there they could be doing a lot of the same things. It's really just driving traffic to your site so that people are able to look around your site, become familiar with your company. It might not actually end up with a sale in a retail establishment or the online, and it's an e-commerce store like that. Mm-hmm. But you still need to get the person to know about your company, either possibly through Google Places, is another great way, or just online to the site so that they're interacting with your site. If you're trying to drive downloads of a white paper, or if you've got other information on your site, you're really just needing to get people to the site so that they can see what's there. So, it's a lot of the same information.
Okay, so I mean, more often than not, it's going to be the same. You're just trying to get traffic to your site, and that's what this is going to be able to provide for you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
whether you're trying to sell something or whether you're just trying to get traffic to your site, Google AdWords can do that.
Here's another good question. What should I be spending each month, and what results can I expect?
That's going to depend on your business and your budget, and for the what to expect, it's going to just depend how well you did it. But a good thing to remember about AdWords is you can set your budget and you can stick to it. So whether you're talking about a few $100s or several $1,000s, whatever it is, AdWords lets you come up with a price that you can be acceptable to, and not sit at the end of the month going, oh my goodness, what did I do? So you're able to set that. Now for the amount that you need to do, it depends on your business and how much money, how big of a business you've got. But to do something effectively, you're going to need to do it for don't just try it for a few days and say, oh, this isn't working. Sometimes things take a while to build up and to gain momentum.
Okay. This is another good question. We have a customer or an attendee. Her name is Allie, and she's saying that her website is centered around its ease of use, starting as a process on her front page. AdWords Pros recommends users advertise a number of their web pages, not just the home page. What would you say to that? Do you want to send most of the traffic to the home page, or do you want to have also targeted ads that may go deeper into your website and not just go to the actual front page or home page of your site?
Be as specific as possible. I mean, to your home page, your home page is introducing your business. It may have several things going on, and there's just too much. There's really just too much going on to try to, for a person coming to the site to figure out where they need to be. So when your ad is, saying 50% off or 15% off of something like that, and driving you to a landing page is what they're called, so that it's really targeted just to that one offer, so that people go to this thing going, oh, this is where I need to be, this is what I need to do. It's really just highlighting that one thing instead of several other things. And so, having a page for each specific AdWord would be great.
This is another good question, I think, that goes straight to how kind of AdWords works on the back end. How do they charge? Is there a schedule depending on how many click-throughs you have, or can you budget it?
You're able to budget it, and you're paying per click. So it depends on how much your click is costing. And you can set limits on how much you're wanting to spend each day, so you're not going over an amount, but you are able to do what you need, so that you can do it. But I mean, the cost of a click really depends on, what keywords you're talking about and everything.
Yeah. No, I would agree. I think the great thing about it is that you can budget it.
I think
if you just want to spend $50 a month, then you can just spend $50 a month, and you won't go over that.
I think there's some research on Google that says that for every dollar you spend can result in probably about $22 in sales.
Oh wow, that's
so that I mean it's
a pretty nice return on investment there.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah. Here's a question that might be a little bit broad, but I really wanted to touch on this. Do I need a website to use AdWords?
Short answer, yeah. Yes, to advertise with Google AdWords, you're going to need a website that you want to promote. There's a couple different things you could be doing if you don't have a website. You could create one. Google has a Google Sites. I think it's www.google.com/sites. I think that's the site, and there you can customize a website and even upload your own images. You can customize it, so that it's relating to your business. You can then use that URL of the website in your AdWords ads, so that people could then click on the ad and go to that site. The other thing that you could do is create a Google Places business page, and that is really you'll notice when people are doing Google searches, and local businesses are popping up. Those are 2 Google Places pages, and you're able to populate this page with your company information, your hours. If you're a restaurant, you could post your menu, you can post your services, you can put all sorts of different information on there. You can even put offers onto there, and so that could be another way to just get noticed out there in the online world.
Okay. And then just finishing up here, I don't want to go too far over our time limit, but just one more question. Kind of gets into the analytics of AdWords. Does Google allow you to find out where the prospective customers are clicking on your ad, where they're coming from, like by region or geography?
You're able to target your ad to those customers, so you're able to know where you're able to exclude who's seeing your ad, whether that's so that you can see in the analytics on who is looking at it. That I'm not sure about. I believe that the answer is yes, just by how you're setting everything up on the front end, who's going to see it. So you would know that this is the area of where people are actually looking at it. That, if I'm outside of the Wisconsin area, looking at our Acme, I wouldn't see the ad otherwise. So you'd know that I'm in that area.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I mean, I would also recommend that if you do have a website, you should really be using Google Analytics. It's a fantastic resource. You can add it very easily to your website, and it's going to provide all that tracking. And I mean, the way that ties in with AdWords is really going to give you a lot of great information too. So that, I think, is going to be it. We've gone a few minutes over, and I apologize for that. But Tad, I'd really like to thank you. I think I speak for everyone here on the webinar and anyone that's going to listen to this in the future. It was a great amount of information, and I think gives everybody a lot of food for thought moving forward. So thank you for presenting today.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you.
And yeah, I'd like to thank everyone who attended today. Thank you for the time. As I said before, we will be sending out an email that's going to have links to where you can view this webinar in the future, also some great resources for you, and some more information on how you can sign up to Google AdWords. So thank you everyone for attending today, and we look forward to see you at the next webinar. Have a great day.